Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a super easy way to join your granny squares. 2 weeks ago we crocheted this beautiful granny together, and now I'm going to show you how to join it. This is my favorite way of joining granny squares because it's so pretty and it works up really fast, and also it's so pretty on the back side. This is what it looks like and I really love it. And now I will show you what we need and how to join our granny squares. Today I'm using a 5.5mm crochet hook. For my granny squares I used a 5mm. I would recommend to go at least a half size or a full size bigger on your crochet hook. We will also need a pair of scissors, a darning needle, and your selected yarn. I'm using the same yarn I used for my granny squares. And now let's get started. The first thing we need to do is grab two grannies and lay them right next to each other so we can find the right stitches. So first start with the slip knot and place the loop on your hook just like this and pull tight a little bit. And now let's get started. So what we are going to do is work in the back loop only and make sure we have exactly the same stitches on our first granny and on the second. So I hope you can see we have here the row of single crochets, which we have 2 loops, and through this whole joining part we will be using the back loop only. So grab the back loop. Also place your yarn between the grannies because it will always be in the back. So now grab the other side, make sure you have the right stitch, and also back loop only. You can see my working yarn is in the back. I'm going to grab it and now grab the yarn and pull through all 3 loops. Just like this. And this is how we start joining our granny. Now we will always go from the right in the back loop only, now to the opposite side, also in the back loop only, and now we will grab our working yarn. So grab the yarn and pull through all 3 loops. And this is all we have to do to join our grannies. Again, back loop only, go to the opposite side, back loop only. Now grab your working yarn and pull all the way through. To make it look all nice and even, pull a little bit on our very first stitch, just like this. And now we will be doing exactly the same thing. So back loop only, from the first granny, go to the other side, back loop only, grab the yarn and pull through all 3 loops. And this is all we have to do. So just keep repeating this until you get almost to the end of your first granny. I'm almost here at the end and I have 1 more stitch left. So again, back loop only from the right side and back loop only from the left. And pull the yarn all the way through. And this is what it looks like. I really love this method, and like I said, it's such a clean connection to the both grannies, and I really love it. Now we will grab 2 more grannies and keep joining them. So again, lay them right next to each other and let's connect the next ones. Just remember to have the line in between 2 grannies because we will always be grabbing the yarn from the back side. So again, the very first stitch, back loop only, go to your other granny, grab the back loop only, and now let's keep connecting. So just grab the yarn and pull through all 3 loops, just like this. And now we will do exactly the same thing all the way up. So again, go into the next stitch, into the back loop, grab your other granny, back loop only. Now grab the working yarn from the back and pull through. So just keep repeating this all the way, and I will show you in just a little bit how to finish off. I'm here at the end now. I have one more stitch to join. So again, in the back loop only for the very last stitch, go to the opposite side. Now grab the yarn, pull all the way through. And now we can finish off. So chain 1, pull tight, and let's cut the yarn. So cut your yarn, grab your hook, pull the hook all the way through, and pull tight. And now our work is all nice and secure. So I just joined 2 rows already, and now all we have to do is turn our work and keep joining. So now we'll be joining those 2 grannies and work our way up again. We will start exactly the same way. So you will make a slip knot, place the loop on your hook, and let's keep joining. So again, grab your working yarn, place it in between those grannies, just like we did before. So let's grab our first stitch, and again, in the back loop only, place the yarn in between. Now grab your next stitch and back loop only. Grab the yarn and pull through all 3 loops. And this is how we start joining. So just keep repeating this all the way until you finish joining your first granny. And then I will show you how to keep going. I just reached the connection between the other grannies right here, and what we are going to do is just keep working the same way. Keep the yarn again in the back between those 2 grannies, and here you can see is our very first stitch. So just keep going. So now grab the first stitch, back loop only, put the yarn in the back, grab the opposite side, back loop only. Now grab your working yarn and pull all the way through, just like this. And now we just have to keep going exactly the same way. We will always start from the right to the left, grab the working yarn and pull through. So just keep repeating this all the way up. I just finished this row, and now we will finish off with a chain 1, pull tight. Now cut the yarn, grab your hook and pull the hook all the way up and pull tight. And this is how we secure our work. And you will do this with all your grannies, and then the only thing left to do is just sew in the yarn ends. So you can see I have one more row to join. So I just finished joining all my grannies, and we will turn our work around. Now all we have to do is sew in the yarn ends. So let's grab your darning needle, pull the yarn all the way through, and let's sew the yarn ends in. You can see from my granny I used this for the bubbles exactly the same color, so I will be able to hide it. If not, all you have to do is just like you see here, go back and forth and sew in the yarn end. Now pull the yarn through, just don't pull too tight, just like this. And since I used the same color, now I can just make my way through to the row of the bubbles, and into the same color I will finish sewing in the yarn end. So I'm here right now, and now I can finish hiding my yarn ends. So I will go through some stitches for one side. Now I will turn and go into the opposite side, and I will do this a few more times just to make sure the yarn end is all nice and secure. Just like this. And now I can grab my scissors and cut the yarn. And this is how we sew the yarn end in. I really hope you liked this tutorial and how to join our granny squares. This is my favorite way of joining them. I hope you will like it too. Have a great time crocheting, and I hope to see you back soon. Bye.